Hello, dear ones. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Making It in Maine. I'm Suzanne. I told you about an itch that needed scratching recently, which was making a 3-yard quilt. I finished piecing the top, and it's currently hanging on my design wall, which has a bunch of stuff behind it. But anyway, I will put a photo of that right here. And now I would like to share another itch that needs scratching. It's been calling to me. So that means it's sort of itching in my mind, and now I want to scratch it. I want to give a scratch. So let me turn the camera around and show you that. In a previous video, I shared with you some of my quilts made from these Lori Smith patterns. I showed you this one, and I showed you the courthouse steps. And I've had pieces cut out for some others for, it's years now. Years. So this is the one that is the furthest along. And I will show you the blocks that I have so far. Well, all the blocks are done. I take that back. The yo-yos are not yet done that go in the baskets. I have yet to cut the setting triangles or the borders. So here are the blocks that I have prepared. And now I just have to choose fabric for the setting triangles. It's supposed to be a medium brown. Oh, that one's very pretty. That is a medium brown. This is, I suppose that could read as a medium. This one just seems like the wrong shade of brown for my taste. This one is, the print is too large. So this one is quite dark. That could potentially be the outer border. So I will set that up there as a potential outer border. I feel like I need to just first just go through and make piles. I feel like these are darks. That I just wouldn't want to use. I mean, that is very dark. I have that in one of my other quilts. Let's see, I feel like that is definitely a medium, though it's darker than that. Maybe that would be considered light. Maybe medium, maybe dark. I'll put it with the darks. That I wouldn't do because it has some sort of burgundy in it, so that's out for sure. This one is out. You know what? I thought these were all Judie Rothermel fabrics, but I don't think that is. Could be wrong. I wish I had a catalog of her fabrics. Maybe I can find it online, but I'm going to put that aside. This would be a definite no because of the red. Yeah, I do not think these are, I don't think these are Judie's. I am very perplexed. That's a definite no. I think that would be maybe a medium brown. I need to use this one as my bellwether. Yeah, I've got to look. I've got to try to find a salvage edge to make a determination. And it's cut off of that. Gosh darn it. And that has some red in it. That would be rejected. These would all be rejected. That one is pretty. That one is sweet. That one would be a no because of the blue and more blue and still more blue. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a reproduction fabric. As you can tell by this, Harper's Ferry, 1810 to 1890 something. So they're reproduction fabrics or reproduction-like fabrics to have a reproduction feel to them. Oh, this is Joe Morton. Why is that not with my Joe Morton fabrics? Tisk, Tisk, Suzanne. Created by Joe Morton. Right, that's got to be set aside to go in my Joe Morton. I feel like I'm going to have to look through all of these and look at the salvages of all of them. That one is very dark. That could be an outer border, but I bet I don't have enough of it. That goes in the dark. I'm going to hold that right there for now. That could be a dark. Maybe I'll set that aside, though I don't think there's enough of that either. I feel like this is, I don't know, more than, I feel like that's kind of leaning toward darkish. Excuse me. That is a sweet print, but yeah, I don't think there's enough of that. I wish, I feel like when I cut the selvages off, I should pin them to the fabric. That could potentially, that could be a medium. Don't know if it'll work. Okay, this looks like Joe Morton fabric to me. I'm getting quite irritated with myself for not having the salvages. This is just sort of the wrong brown and yeah, kind of medium, I guess. You might be screaming at me through your camera. Oh, that, no doubt that is dark. Don't even have to think about it. That one is dark. So I will choose, that one is leaning to gold. That would, excuse me, not be used. Put that in a different pile, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing here. All these weird piles. Does that have a salvage? Nope. Frustrating. Very frustrating. That could be used for an inner border. Don't have much of this. It's a sweet print. Don't know that I'd have enough of that, but I'm not going to rule it out. This one I wouldn't use. I like it. Serpentine print, but not enough, and I just wouldn't want a serpentine. Yeah, that I feel is kind of medium. Okay, this one, that could be a medium. As far as that goes, a light-ish could be the border, and a medium could be the outer border. That could be a medium. I'm gonna have to sort these. This looks like a Judie. So frustrating. That is a really pretty print. I think that would go in the lights. I don't know what to do with these. I'm gonna put those over there for now. Okay, how about this one? That would be a medium. And that would be dark. That could be dark, depending on what I pair it with. So maybe did I say a dark? That could be a medium. I don't know. This one's cute, but I think the print maybe is too busy. That's a dark. And these are definitely all dark. Sweet, sweet prints. Can you tell I had an enormous pink and brown love affair? This could be my dark outer border. I'll keep that up front here. All right, those are all, sorry, these are all dark and not going to be used. All right, so very interesting. I feel like this was possibly a Judie. Nope, that's a Bannock and Paytech. So yeah, I put my my dark non-Judies up on my Judie Rothermel shelf. All right, I've got to move these because I don't want to mix them up with Judie Rothermel, if these are Judie Rothermel. So let's have a look. Okay, here's the Judie. All right, I wouldn't use that because of the stripe. This, that's a possibility, I suppose. This, no, because of the large, oh my goodness, what do you call that? Huh, I'm drawing a blank, absolute blank. Maybe it'll come to me. Ooh, I love this print, but I don't think it will work with my baskets. So that will be cast aside. This one, that's a possibility. I'll keep that out. This is a super sweet print. Love it. Love the tiny flowers on fabrics. Okay, I think that's a possibility. This is a definite no because of the red. No because of the stripe. No because of the directional pattern. Sort of a, I don't know. That is very cute, but it's a little on the tan/yellow side. Got two pack orders of that. Let's just still make sure we're in Judie Rothermel land. Yep, there's her name. Right there. Okie doke. Yes, and this I wouldn't use because of the Oh, that sort of brick color. This I would call dark, and I shan't rule it out. I'll just put it in the maybe pile. This, I feel like this pattern is too big for setting triangles, so I don't think I'll use that. I do love that print. And this is one of my very favorite fabrics that my sewing room curtains are made of. Okay, this won't do. Again, I feel like confirming that it's Judie, but it has no salvage. This is a favorite fabric of mine, but that won't work because of the blue, nor will that. And we already had some of this here, so let me put those together. This is a no because of the red, no because of the blue, more blue. I don't know. Possibly, but I doubt it. Blue. Boy, this sure looks vintage, doesn't it? Wow. So great. There's Judie. Judie. Okay, this is dark. That paisley, it just came to me. That's how the brain works, you know. When we can't think of something, our brain is still working on it. Paisley. I do like a paisley. So that's a possibility for an outer border. Super dark. Don't want moons and stars, so I shall reject that. Let me get rid of this loose thread. This is stripy, sort of stripy, though they're not straight stripes. If I cut well, that could be a border. I actually like that for a potential border. And that is also a potential. This is a no because of, hey, wasn't that in my previous pile? Wasn't it in my previous pile? Or am I hallucinating? I just have to have a look now because I must have been hallucinating. I must have been hallucinating, or did I already? Nope, it's not there. Huh. Wow. Okay. Crazy. I'm hallucinating. This one, I mean, there again, it has that sort of stripe nature to it. If I did a decent job cutting, that could work. This is no, it's just the wrong shade of brown. There's more of it. And Judie, upside down Judie. That could work if I had more of it, but I don't. This is leaning toward green, so that's a no. And I don't know. This is leaning too golden for me, I think, so that's going to be a no. All right, so let's see if I sure hope I put my Judie in the right spot. All right, let me see if I can make a choice based on what I have here. I think that could be the outer border. That could be the outer border. But it's the setting triangles that I really need to hone in on. I don't think those look great together. So no to that. No, don't like those together. Maybe this is the one I need to reject. Those could work. Those could work nicely. Yeah, those could work nicely. Let's see. Let's see, said Big Max. So let's see if I can sort of mimic let's see if I can somehow mimic a triangle here. Let's see. Okay, there's that. And if we have the border, I'm not sure there's enough contrast between those two. I think I need something lighter than this. Okay, well, Judie will work for the outer border, but I've got to figure out the inner border. I just want to publicly confirm that I wasn't hallucinating. I'm going back through the non-Judie prints, and I'm finding some that are Judie. And anyway, here's the one that that goes with that. So when I found this big piece, I thought, didn't we already look at that? And sure enough, we had. So yay, brain, thank you. You're not hallucinating. I think more of these are Judie fabrics, and they just don't have the salvage. Some like, I'm quite certain that is not a Judie print. But some of the others I think are. That is definitely dark. And that could be the outer border instead of this one. Just need to find the inner lighter sorry, not border, the setting triangles. Something light for the setting triangles. There's another piece of that. I should cut that into scrap because I've got too many small pieces. I've got to get better at cutting small things into scraps. All right, let's not get distracted. I need setting triangles. Maybe that. This is the outer border. What do you think? That could still be the outer border with that. Don't know if I have enough of that. That's the key. So that one I think is too golden. Yeah. All right, I think I've narrowed it down. That one is too light. I feel too light. You know, it could work, but too light. And maybe too golden for that. Gorgeous, but... So I think I'm down to these three. I think those two, because of the tone of the brown, work better. Oh, goodness, decisions. Which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? Setting triangle, outer border. I think they're not far enough apart in terms of their tone. I think these are both too dark. This could be the outer border. What about those? I think those could work. Let's stick this under here. I wonder if I have enough. Yeah, see, I probably don't even have enough of this for setting triangles. But let's just have a look. Let's have a look. If you noticed, I repeat myself. I've been noticing that lately. I will say something and then I will say it again. I think it's just for emphasis. Okay, that could be setting triangles. And now let's check for an outer border. That would be the outer border. And there again, I'm not sure there's enough contrast between the two. Oh, goodness. Maybe I would go with that, even though I previously said I would reject it. Let's see. Probably don't have enough of that either, but let's see. Okie dokie. Scooch you under there a little bit further. Okay. Let's try that. And here we have that. Oh, goodness, what do you think? What do you think? I just don't feel like I'm in love with that. This is very light. Maybe this would be better. The struggle is real here, people. The struggle is real. All right, I'm going to test that one out. Let's leave those right where they are. Okay, and outer border. I don't feel like there's enough contrast there. All right, rather than torture you with this decision, let me come back to you when I've actually made a decision. I'm looking at some of my scraps. As you can see, I have them labeled. Whoops, I have them labeled based on the width of them. I have one down here. This one is not labeled. my little decorative thingy is coming off, so that needs to be glued. But I don't seem to have 1 1/4 strips there. I have another spot to look. Hold on. This is my Judie shelf. I do have some stuff here that's in the front that's not Judie, but all of that is Judie, and this is where I just took the brown from. And I have some more strips. I'm looking for 1 1/4 for my inner border. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have to choose a pink next for the inner border. And there is a bunch of pink there. And I don't think that is, so this is all Joe Morton. But I don't know that is all Joe Morton. All right, gonna have to ponder this. I think I'll take a few of these over. Maybe I'll take these 2 over and see if they would work for the inner border. Let's go. I think I might go with that for the setting triangles. Not certain, but that's what I'm leaning toward. Though this is another possibility. This, I think, is too dark for my inner border. So that's coming out. And you know what? All the pink that I just showed you, I have found some Judie in it, even though it was on my Joe Morton shelf. So I'm inclined to think that this is all Joe Morton fabric. All of this. So now I have to figure out the pink that I want to use. It should be a medium pink. I was considering this, but I think it's too dark. I do like this one, but this also might be too dark. Let's see how that would be for an inner border. 1 inch. Oh, I tell you, do you struggle this much when you're choosing fabrics? I don't recall feeling so conflicted before. I think this one's too dark. I do. What about this little sewing needle? That might be too light. Let's try it. Maybe. I feel like this maybe is bothering me. Ideally, I'd like a larger scale pink and brown. And I was kind of contemplating this one. Don't think I like that one. Don't think I want that. This could definitely work for the outer border. Just have to settle on the inner border. way too dark. Oh, man. Man. What about this one? About that one? I'm also trying to avoid something that's already in my baskets. This might be something to use. Oopsies. I could labor all day, I think, on this. I'm going to have to use my camera, I think, and just take some photos. Maybe this one. I kind of like this shade better than that. Let me try that one. Let's try this one. All right, let's see what we think about this one. Now I think it's this that's bothering me because of the large print. So now I think I want to change that one. Oh, goodness. Not sure there's enough contrast between those two, though they're not going to be right up against each other. What about this one? How's about this one? I don't think so. I don't think that is a good contender. All right, I mentioned this one. I mentioned that one. Let's see. Okay, what do we think about that? I might just go with that. Because it sort of picks up these two sort of golden tan. Whoopsie, sorry about that. They seem to go well together. I may have to pin it up on my design wall and see what I think. Even if I cut this into setting triangles and change my mind, I can make half square triangles and use them in some other project. That's what I think I'm going to do. I thought I would show you the progress so far. I have to stop for the day, so the outer borders and cornerstones will not be cut today. I will show you more progress as soon as it happens. Well, the struggle was real there now, wasn't it? All in an attempt to scratch my Laurie Smith Cherries chocolate and cream itch. I hope you enjoyed rather than felt tormented by my struggling to choose fabrics. I hope you stop back again And until next time, from my heart to yours, bye for now.